The most widely known use of DNS is to translate between the Internet URL and an IP address. DNS lets you enter www.google.com instead of 8.8.8.8. However, DNS can be used on a LAN where the local DNS information is maintained on a server. The LAN can also be implemented without DNS support. This would involve local lookup only. This means all the host names are configured on each separate device. It is also possible that no host names, except for the local router, are known. In this case, there is no DNS or local lookup. Specifying no lookups will prevent the device from searching for a name reference when an incorrect command is entered. Take some time to review the configurations for each scenario listed in the image on the slide. In the next slide, let us discuss passwords. Passwords can be configured to protect access to the device for various purposes. Different passwords can be used for each purpose. Password protection for privileged exec mode is provided on the slide. In addition, password protect access to the console line and the VTY lines used for Telnet or SSH access to the device is displayed in the table. Take some time to review the configurations in the slide. In the next slide, let us move on to the Exec Timeout command. The Exec Timeout command specifies the number of minutes and seconds of idle time passed before the session is terminated. It defaults to 15 minutes. As seen in the configuration on the slide, timeout is configured separately for the console line and the VTY lines. Let us look into banners in the next slide. A banner is the message that is displayed on the screen when a user is at various stages of the login process. This is a way to caution unauthorized users not to use the system. Banners can also let authorized users know about scheduled system outages. As shown on the slide, different banners can be configured. For example, there is the MOTD, which stands for Message of the Day banner. The login banner is displayed at login. After the user successfully logs in, the exec banner is displayed. The banner itself is configured on each of these commands where you see the XS surrounded by quotation marks. These quotation marks serve as delimiters, that is, the characters that denote the beginning and the end of text, then the banner. Many other delimiters can be used as long as the characters are not used within the banner text. A banner should not contain any device information such as router name, model, or software. This information could be used to launch security attacks. All banners should be reviewed by the legal department. Let us discuss debugging in the next slide. The show commands are used to verify and troubleshoot configurations. They provide a snapshot of device status. In most cases, these commands are sufficient to determine if there are problems with the system or the configuration. The debug commands let you witness events as they occur. They are used when the level of detail of the show command output is not sufficient to troubleshoot a problem. For example, if Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol (DHCP) is not assigning addresses as expected, seeing a detailed stream of allocation information could help to pinpoint the problem. There are debug commands that can be used with every Cisco feature. The most important consideration is stopping the debugging when you have enough information. There are 3 ways to do this. Re-enter the debug commands, this time preceded by the word no. In Cisco iOS, this method is widely used to nullify commands. You can also enter the undebug all command. If the debugging output is voluminous, use the short form of this command, uall. In fact, right after entering the debug command, enter uall, but do not press the enter key. Then, when you want to stop the output, simply press the enter key. The third option to stop debugging is to reboot the device physically. As long as the debug command is not saved as part of the startup configuration, the debugging will stop. Note that rebooting may not be an option in a production system. Let us discuss how to configure an Ethernet interface in the next slide.